again, Nava, and I'm back again with another book review. This time I had to do my review on Ugly Love by the one and only, I know that I said this about Tilly Cole, but there could never be another Colleen Hoover. This book I read, I had never read anything of hers before, but when I read this book, I was hooked. I had to buy every book by Colleen Hoover. And so far, I've read all of her books except for I haven't read Heartbones. I haven't read Layla. I haven't read Reminders of Him, which is her newest book. And I haven't read her part in the One More Step anthology. But this book, it made me ugly cry. So once again, it's one of my favorites because you guys know that I love books that make me ugly cry. And I love this book so much that I actually bought it 3 times to give to other people to read. I don't even have a copy of it anymore because I loved it so much. All 3 copies I gave away. So this book is about Tate Collins, who is a nurse, and Miles Archer, who is a troubled airplane pilot. It is told from the perspective of both characters, both from, it goes back and forth between Miles. Miles is passed 6 years earlier, and then it comes to the present day, which is now. Tate is moving in with her brother, I think, to go to school or take some more classes in nursing or something like that. And like the day she's moving in, as she approaches like her brother's apartment, there's a guy passed out like in front of his door. He's passed out drunk and sleep. So she's like, he's blocking her from getting into her brother's apartment. So she calls her brother and she tells him, there's a guy in front of your door and I can't get in. So he tells her to just try to kind of, push through the door. And she's like trying to get the door open. And the guy wakes up and he tries to push his way through the door as she's like going in. He tries to push the door open. So she like smashes his hand or his arm in it. I'm trying to tell you, I got notes of her because I haven't read it in months. I read it like probably even a year ago, but I still remember it because I love this book. But Tate shortly finds out that this guy is her brother's friend and neighbor, because her brother is also an airplane pilot. I'm getting tongue twisted. He's also an airplane pilot, and this is normal behavior for him to like go to her brother's apartment when he's drunk and kind of crash at her brother's apartment because they're friends. So Tate ends up letting him to sleep on the couch, and before he passes out, he's like going on about some girl and crying. This girl named Rachel, and he's like crying about Rachel, and she's like looking at him like, who is this Rachel lady you speak of? So fast forward to Thanksgiving. I had to pause because I'm trying to think if I'm skipping anything. Yeah, fast forward to Thanksgiving. Corbin and Tate are going home to be with her family, and it gets brought up that Miles is like on his, like he hasn't been in a relationship for like 6 years with anybody. And Corbin says he just assumed it was because Miles was gay. But Corbin doesn't know that Miles and his sister previously shared an intimate kiss. So no, he's definitely not gay. So during this visit, Miles lets Tate know that he likes her, but he doesn't want to be in a relationship. He just kind of wants it to be friends with benefits, So he tells her he doesn't want her to expect anything out of this friends with benefits kind of relationship. So after they return back home, there are a lot of like steamy moments in this book. Moments that I personally could have did without, but if you like the 50 Shades of Grey kind of thing, then you would definitely like these moments. So each time they hook up and have their moments, he literally just pushes her away and detaches from her, and she's just like not understanding why he's pushing away and why he doesn't like her like that. So as the weeks go by, Tate realizes she wants more out of the relationship, and she just doesn't want to just have sex. But Miles is adamant about his no relationship rule. But Tate continues to sleep with him anyway, knowing that he doesn't want a relationship with her. So now she's wondering, and she wants to know, who is this Rachel? What did Rachel do to him? Why come he doesn't want to be in a relationship with me? So she keeps pushing him about that and pushing him. And when she asked him, like, once she asked him, he was just he started crying, and she kind of just left the subject alone. So, okay, we're rewinding back 6 years to Miles's high school days. So it's the book gets into what happens and why he's like this. So Miles is in the school office when he's asked to show the new girl, Rachel, around the new school or where her classes are. So Miles is like immediately in love with Rachel from the moment he sees her. And she kind of likes him too. He's kind of cute, So I'm going to tell you now to skip this part if you don't want any spoilers. I would turn off the video, or I would turn it off because I'm going to put in a few spoilers right here. So Miles lives with his dad. I can't really remember what happened to his mom, if she's dead or not, or if she's just gone. I don't remember. And his dad tells him that he's seeing a new woman, and she's moving in with him. I don't know if they're getting married or if they're just moving in together. I can't remember that either. But come to find out that the new woman that Miles's dad is dating is Rachel's mom. And Miles and Rachel have already been kind of having this relationship at school and like dating at school, and so they know each other really well. They haven't like done anything, but they're dating kind of. So unbeknownst to the parents, they move in together. Miles and Rachel are living under the same roof together, and Rachel ends up getting pregnant by Miles. Yeah. So Miles's dad is furious, and he's going off about the guy that got Rachel pregnant and blah, 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 blah. And so Miles just has to tell him, I'm the guy that got Rachel pregnant. And then he has to just admit it to him. Crazy, I know. So fast forward, they have the baby, and something does go horribly wrong. I know I got some spoilers in, but I'm not going to spoil this part. Something goes wrong with their relationship, and in the relationship, not with the relationship, but within the midst after them having the baby, something goes wrong, and Miles has to make a split-second decision that will forever affect the rest of his life and cause him to lose Rachel. So after this split-second decision that Miles makes, which apparently wasn't the right decision to Rachel, to her, they try to work on the relationship after this, but Rachel ends the relationship, and she just leaves Miles heartbroken for the next 6 years because he was just literally in love with her. So flash forward, Miles tells Tate the entire story and about what happened, and then he opens up to her after he tells her that he's able to open up to her a little bit more, and he allows her more into his life because she was just done with him. Because he wouldn't open up, and I think I skipped that part, but yeah, she ended up moving out from her brother's house because he just was not opening up, and she wanted to be with him. And so this is the reason he ended up telling her, because he didn't want to lose her, because he really did have feelings and love her, but he didn't want to lose her. So he opened up and told her. And when he admits why he's the way he is, he tells her that he loves her. I gave this book a 5-star because Colleen Hoover, if you've read any of her books, you know that she's known for plot twists that will just blow your entire mind. And this one blew my mind in such a good way. I was a ball of tears when I figured out the story about what happened to him. I thought he was just crazy at first, but he really is not. He's really and also Miles is in a few other I love the way she ties in characters from like her other books into the other stories, and she did that a lot. But I just love Colleen's writing style, and I think I've read maybe 2 books of hers that I just didn't care for at all. But so far she has maybe 20 something books, and so far only 2 of them, I'll say at tops 3 of them that I really didn't care for. One of them that I really could have did without, but 3 tops that I really didn't care for. But out of 20 books, that's pretty good, you know. So if you love, like I said, books that make you ugly cry, I read a few bad reviews about this book, but I could not say anything bad about Ugly Love. Once I picked Ugly Love up, I could not stop reading. I didn't read it all in one sitting, but I had to get back to the book and read more as soon as I could, because I just loved this book and I wanted to know what was wrong with Miles. So it was actually supposed to be a movie. They were supposed to turn it into a movie. I'm not sure who the cast was, but y'all might know some of these people. Yeah, I don't know them. But I don't know. It never got made. And I'm hoping that she will turn all of our favorite books of hers into movies. I would be like the first one in line. I would be the first one in line, and I would go crazy if I found out that Colleen Hoover was making movies out of her books. So you guys, that is all. I hope I didn't give away too much, and I really enjoyed this book, and you can't go wrong with this book, this Colleen Hoover book. It's so many more that I could recommend from her, and I will as I do more videos, but you just can't go wrong with Ugly Love. If you love romance and if you love to ugly cry, this is the book for you. And guys, thank you once again for watching my video, and I will see you next time. Bye.